Welcome to Oliver for Independent Learning. To find the Oliver database, you need to go to the Student VLE, hover over Colleges, Student Home, and then about halfway down the list it says Student MRC Homepage. Or if you look, the quick link at the top here says MRC Oliver Homepage. Click on Go to go and open up the Oliver database. Maximise the screen, and this is the Oliver homepage. Make sure your name appears on the right hand side here. If it doesn't, let me know and I can sort that out for you. So to return to this Oliver homepage, click Home here and you will always return to this part of the database. Basic searching. This little drop down arrow here, if you click on it, you get the option to search by author, that's first or second name. You can search by series, whether it's Harry Potter, Artemis Fowl, Vampire Diaries. You can search by subjects, and you can also search by title. It doesn't have to be the whole title, it might be just one or two words from a title. You can look for it here. If you want to do a basic keyword search, type in whatever you're looking for in this box here. And again, there's a drop-down menu. You can choose to search with one of those. Or if you want to stick with what you've typed in, the little green circle with the white arrow is the Go button to do your search. So these are all the resources that it has found. This is the first page, 1 to 10 of over 100 resources. We can go forward a page to the next batch of 10, and again you can go back. The main icons here are for books or websites. There are other resources available on the database, but books and websites are the most common. If we hover over the title, we get some more information. We can now click on the author and see what other books we have by that particular author. Same with the series. Or at this point, if we want to change our mind and select a different subject, we can click on these and this will take us to all the books and websites to do with those topics. Down the bottom is a little map. If we click on the shelf number, we can see that we can find that book in the pink section of the MRC. On the right hand side, this column has numbers in it. This is the Dewey shelf number. So 582.16 is the shelf number for trees, since all these books are about trees. Right at the bottom here, we've got a fiction book. So that's the first 3 letters of the author's surname showing there. The next column are the green and red circles, either with a tick or a cross in. The cross means that the book is out on loan, so you won't find that in the MRC at the moment. The last column are little pictures of the front cover. So if we wanted this Common British Trees book, it's the shelf number 582.16, and this is the book that we would be looking for on that shelf in the MRC. With this long list of results, we can at this point print, we can also save our search, and we can share this using Facebook, Twitter, etc. There are rather a lot of items and resources in this list, so we can shorten it down by being selective. So by ticking these little boxes here, books and websites, and then clicking on Add to My Catalogue at the top there, we're creating our own personal mini list. So clicking to the next page, going through, ticking the resources that we're interested in and adding that to our little list, our catalogue there. So you can scroll through and tick whichever ones you are interested in. Remembering to add to your catalogue before you go on to the next page of 10. When you want to view your results, you click on the magnifying glass. So now we've just got a list of 10 items rather than well over 100. At this point we can reserve, we can request, again we can email, maybe to your friends or your teacher, print and share. So let's look at reserve for a moment. Click on that button and it will bring up the items that you can reserve. Obviously websites aren't available for reserve because they're available online. You can unselect any that you don't want to reserve here, and then when you're happy, click on Save. So these are all the books that I've currently got reserved for me. So clicking back on the home button to go back to the main home Oliver page, we can now look at my loans, or what you have borrowed from the MRC. The next part, messages, current loans, overdue loans, reservations and bookings, they relate to you. The same is available in the drop down menu on the left hand side. So starting, let's have a look at my loans. So these are my current loans here. I've got 2. I've got no overdue loans. I've got 7 reservations. So looking at my current loans, I can renew them here. And that's also true of any overdue loans you may have. You can renew them in the same way. So looking at my reservations, I've got a list of 7 here. At this point, if I change my mind, I can delete the reservation. So I'll just do that now. So if you want to check up on your reservation, we will email you when the book's available, so you can come and collect it from the MRC. Looking at loan history, this is everything that I've borrowed, including websites that I may have looked at. So this is a good way of tracking if you want to go back and see which books you used for perhaps a piece of research, or one that you read in the past and you can't quite remember what it's called. Your loan history is here for you to have a look at. So my interests are making Oliver do some of the work for you. So again, in that drop down menu, my interests, to add a new interest, you click on that add button, put in your email address there, and you can either set up by title, author, or subject. You can only do one of these at a time, but you can have as many different interests running as you like. So for example, I've put in here the author with the surname of Price. I can choose how far back I want them to search, or whether I want to go from today, and I click save. So any new items, any new books, resources, websites that are added for that particular author, I will get an email notification. So if you are interested in a particular subject, topic, hobby, if you create one of those, we will automatically let you know when something new has been added. So going back to the home page, there's that search bit, there's my portal, your area, and then these are useful links to do with research and reading. The first column looks at libraries. It's got a link to the MRC blog. It's also got the MRC library game. You just click on the link to play the game there. The second column is looking at databases. So we've got Encyclopedia Britannica. We've got access to all the UK newspapers and thousands of magazines. The third column is to do with books and reading. So you'll often see a book trailer here. There's a link to the Dear page. There's Book of the Week. The last column, we've got today's news in 60 seconds at the top there, and then it moves on to research skills. So looking at referencing, citation, research, critical thinking skills, getting the most out of the internet. So there's different tutorials and databases for you to explore there as well. Remember, if you do have any questions, do pop into the MRC and ask our team, and we're happy to help you.